Hello everyone, my name is Soji David Adelwigbe, your GNS 121 Use of Library Study Skills and ICT lecturer. Today we are discussing cataloging. Since we have started this course, we've talked about the brief history of library and education, university library and other types of library, study skills such as reference services, type of library materials, and using library resources including learning and materials. Today we are talking about understanding library catalog, card, OPAC, and classification. What is cataloging? Cataloging is a process of making entry into a catalog in order for users to easily locate the materials in the library. It is a process of preparing a book to be put on the shelf. While catalog is a bibliographic information about the library holdings which make it easy for users to know and access available library resources. Cataloging is a process of making such a catalog, that means inputting bibliographic information on a catalog. That is what cataloging is. What are the objectives of cataloging? It helps users to know if a particular book by the author, by the particular title, edition, publisher, and year is available in the library. That is, it helps the users to be able to know if a book which is published by Adelwigbe titled Cataloging in year 2022 is available in the library. Number two, the catalog brings together in a single place all works of a given author, whether personal or corporate. That means if I publish 10 books, when you are checking the author catalog, you will see all my books that are available in that library under the same given author's name, say Soji Adelwigbe. That means if I publish books on mathematics, on library, under the author catalog entry, you will find all the books that are published, whether for library or for mathematics, in the same place. It brings together all works on a given topic in a library. Say mathematics. The subject catalog will arrange all mathematics textbooks or materials that are available in the library under a subject heading mathematics. The catalog inputs. In cataloging a book or material, it usually has three inputs. The main entry, which is denoted by the author's title or the subject written on top of the catalog. The second one is the descriptive cataloging, which covers title, the place of responsibility, edition statement, place of publication, publisher, year of publication, collation, ISBN, etc. Then we have added entry, which is like what we call a window to a house. It's not the main door, but you can still use that added entry to search for materials in the library. The main entry now. The main entry is the heading of the bibliographic record through which user can search for the information resources, books, journals, magazines, etc. in the library. And catalog is designed under the three entries, which is the author, the title, and the subject, after which other information that describe the material such as collation, ISBN, joint author or editor if any available, and subject heading were written. See this main entry as the entrance to the house. For instance, you have the front door, you have the kitchen door in your house. That is two entries. You can, if you have key to the front door, you enter through the front door. If you have key through the back kitchen door, you come in through the kitchen door. That means that if you know the author of a book, you can search for that material through the author. Or if you don't know the author but you know the title of the book, say English and Library Studies, you can always search for that material. Or you may not even know the author, you may not know the title, but you just need any book on subject, say language education. You can come to the library and search for language education as a subject, or let's say economics as a subject. Then under economics, we find all materials in the library for economics. Thank you. Descriptive cataloging, however, is a description of all other information about the book. Descriptive cataloging enumerates all relevant information contained on the title page, its vessel, the back cover, and its physical forms, say the height of the book, the color, as the case may be. This includes the title, edition, place of publication, the publisher, and the date of publication. Following this is collation that comprises mark, pagination, illustration, book eyes, series information, note, and international standard book number or international standard number, as the case may be for serial materials. Notes. Descriptive cataloging can be detailed or limited depending on the nature of the library. For instance, an academic and research library will adopt a detailed description of a catalog, while a limited cataloging will be encouraged for school libraries. Added entry. I say you should see it as the windows through which you can enter the house. It's not the main door, but you can still use it to enter the house. It is also known as tracing. These are the other entries which cover all the approaches that a user can use to look for materials in the library. This includes joint author, editor, title, series, etc. For instance, let's say two people wrote the textbook English and Library Study, or let's say two editors prepare the book English and Library Studies. Number one is Oshikumaya. The second person is Oshijo. When you have Oshikumaya as a title, as the author's name, because you can only write one at a time, you can also prepare another catalog card presenting Oshijo as another author of the book. So that is what it means. Note that added entry for subject is indicated with Arabic number, which is 1, 2, 3, that you know, while added entry for author's title, series also are indicated with Roman numerals, which is IV, as the case may be. There are other various ways of entry into the catalog. Author heading entry. The author heading covers the name of the principal author, personal or corporate, if any can be assigned the responsibility of the work. Where there is no clear author, the title of the work is used. For instance, the title of this work now is The Movement of English Prose. Okay. If there is no clear author, you don't know the name of the author, maybe you copy something from the internet and there is no author that this work can be ascribed to, then you use the title, as the case may be. So, as you can see in this author catalog card, It is 3 inches by 5 inches. The first thing that comes up is Gordon Dan A, which is written at the top of the catalog card, then followed by other information such as the title of the book, then place of responsibility. Now, when you are writing place of responsibility, note that the first name will come first, followed by the middle name, followed by the last name, which is Gordon. Then you see the edition is there. The place of publication is London. Longman Group is the publisher. 2008 is the year of publication. VII is the preliminary pages. 128p means the book is of 182 pages. So ILL means illustration. That means the book has maybe picture, diagram that illustrates the text that are presented in the work. 22 centimeter means the height of the book. Then the highest number of the book is stated there. Then you can see English language oral written is an added entry, and literature in English is another added entry. English prose is another added entry, and whereas the title and English language series is also an entry, which is title added entry. Subject heading entry. Subject heading are used in creating a subject catalog. Books and other materials on such subjects are entered and filled alphabetically. The most two prominent used material to determine subject heading are Library of Congress subject heading, LCH, SH, and Sears list of subject heading. As you can see, this is an example of a subject heading catalog card. The subject is what comes first. Unlike the author card, which the author comes first, the subject catalog card subject will come first. Then all other information that's repeated in the former one still surface. Title heading entry. The title heading entry starts with the title of the materials, which is written boldly. Other bibliographic information then follows, such as name of the author, year, place of publication, as the case may be. You can see the example of this. Note that all other information remain the same except for the title of the book that changes. Various catalog arrangements. We have various catalog arrangements, and that is dictionary arrangements, whereby every word follows a series of AA, and the like as arranged in the dictionary. The next one is author title arrangement. I said where there is no clear author, the title take the premise in arrangement of the catalog. So the author title arrangement arrange, although still in alphabetical order, arrange materials based on the author's name. Then the next one is subject arrangement. This one arrange all the books based on the subject. For instance, economics, then it arrange all the title of the book in alphabetical order. Mathematics is written, then it arrange all the materials in alphabetical orders, as the case may be. Then serial arrangement is another arrangement. that arrange catalog as they come in into the library, as the materials comes in into the library. That is how it is being typed and arranged. Then we have another one, which is shelf list arrangement. This shelf list arrangement arrange the catalog based on how they were placed on the shelf. And this shelf list arrangement was what was used to make the Library of Congress classification scheme in the Library of Congress, Washington. Quality of a catalog. A catalog which is of good quality must be comprehensive in nature. That means it must have all the details that can help users to locate their materials easily. Secondly, easy access. A good catalog must be easily accessible to users. The purpose of setting up catalog is to make sure that users get the materials in the library with ease and have information about all the resources in the library. Flexibility. It must be flexible to update. For instance, if a book comes into the library today, I should be able to add something to add it, the information to the catalog, and then make it available to user with ease. This is one of the advantages of card catalog and automated catalog of OPA. Unlike the book catalog, which does not have this flexibility in updates. Cheap to acquire or make. Also, a good catalog must be cheaper uh, cheaper to acquire or to make, and that is what make a good catalog. What are the forms of catalog? We have book catalog, we have card catalog, and automated or online. A book catalog is such that is printed on a book with cataloging information arranged in pages of book in the dictionary or classified format. The advantage over the card catalog is that many users can check up information from the same section at the same time. If there are many, it can be easily consulted. It is compact. Many entries can be consulted at a time, and it can be moved from one place to the other. The advantage is it cannot be kept up to date due to its fixed nature. New entries can not be added unless the whole is reissued. It is laborious to prepare and it is very expensive. Card catalog, on the other hand, it is the catalog prepared on a 3 by 5 centimeter card. It is used to contain the catalog information. There is usually a card cabinet with tray which houses the card through a punch hole held by an iron rod. You can come to the Cataloguing and Classification Library to see a card cabinet to show you what it looks like. This is an atypical example of a card catalog. See the labeling. The call mark is written at the span of the book. This is the number you are going to get and then use it to locate the book on the shelf. You can see the main entry covers the author's name here. It can also be a title entry or subject entry. Then followed by the descriptive catalog, which covers the book, the title, the place of responsibility. That means the person we are giving an honor to for writing the material. And we have place of publication, we have the edition statement, we have the publisher, year of publication, collation, ISBN. Then in the added entry we have the added titles, added subjects that we can classify the materials to. Then The secondly, we have are the titles. So then we have accession number. This accession number is very important because every book in the library has a unique accession number. That means two books in a library does not bear the same accession number, although they can bear the same call mark. You know, call mark is like what we use to group the book together. But accession number, every book, even if it is the same title, the same author that make them, they must have different accession number. This is very important because it is used to determine which of the book is given to a particular user that come to borrow it. In case they are looking for it, we will know who to be held responsible for a particular book with a particular accession number. So for instance, if I have 5 textbook of English and library study, they will have different accession numbers. Let's say 20,000 20,000 001, 20,000 002, 20,003, 20,004, 20,005. That is how it will look like. This is a picture of a cabinet. You can see it is arranged by author, by title, and by the subject. Those are the 3 entries in CAD catalog. This is an automated catalog. It is a computer-based catalog designed in digitized format through a computer application. This may be online or offline. Example of this is online open access catalog, OPAC. Cascade Library OPAC is what you are seeing here, and as you can see, this is for nursery and primary education. That is, it is arranged by subjects. Okay, and you can see the title of different books that are there. The first book talk about sculpting new creativity in primary education. The second one say primary and secondary education during COVID-19. The third one said debate in primary education. This you can get online through our website. Go to www.tascade.edu.ng, click on library, scroll down to e-library. You will see the link there. You can click on it and then have access to the material. An online public access catalog is an online bibliographic database of materials held by a library or group of library, e.g. OCLC form. Users search a library catalog principally to locate books and other materials physically located at a library. OPAC gives room for users to search for such materials anywhere at any time to know if the library has the materials of interest. OPAC used the Z39.50 technology to integrate different catalogs. This is a description that I just showed you the other time. This is Tascade OPAC. What are the benefits of OPAC? Accessibility is the key. That is, anytime, anywhere, you can have access to the resources that are present in the library. Number 2 is integration of bibliographic information. That means I can search through online and get bibliographic information of material that are possibly available in Tascade Library, in OU Library, in Taswell Library, so that I will know where to go at a time. Possibility of union catalog is very, very easy. That is, having a collation of all the materials that are present in each of the library, and that is what OCLC is doing. It is time saving because you can search many OPAC at the same time through the web. Classification. What is classification? It is the systematic arrangement of objects, ideas, books, and other materials in the library which have like quality or characteristics into group or classes. That is, for instance, when we say economic students stand up, we have classed those people. Some students that stood up means that they have been classed into a group of economic students. Calculation system. We have different types of calculation system that are being used in different libraries, but the most common are the Library of Complex Classification Scheme and Dewey Decimal Classification. We also have Universal Decimal Classification Scheme, Bliss Classification Scheme, Column Classification Scheme, and the likes of them. The main classes of Library of Complex Classification Scheme we are going to be discussing because that is mostly used in academic library and research library, which is related to what you need to study, use of library in academic institution. A is given to general works. That means any work that you don't know where to else to classify them under the Library of Public Education scheme should be put on general. Then B to BJ for philosophy and psychology, BL to BS for religion, C for auxiliary science of history, D for history general and old world, E to F for history American. Hold on there. There have been a school of thought that the Library of Public Education scheme is biased in the sense that it gives two letters to history of America alone. And the argument is right, but the truth is that the Library of Public Education scheme was designed based on the resources Library of Public has at that point when they want to make this scheme. And so they have more American history in their custody. So that is why when they exhausted the E, they have to move to F. Let us go on. G for geography, anthropology, and recreation. Okay. H is for social sciences, which include sociology of education, management, economics, commerce, financial accounting, and the rights. J is for political science, K is for law, L for education, M for music, N for fine art and architecture, P for language literature, Q for science, R for medicine, S for agriculture, T for technology, U for military science, V for naval science, Z for bibliography, library science. Then the next one we want to consider out of the classification scheme is the Dewey Decimal Classification, because it is mostly used in public library and national library. You may likely find this public library in your neighborhood, also in school libraries. Remember, school library as library that are present in primary and secondary schools, while academic library are those that are present in higher institution. Now, in the main classes of Dewey Decimal Classification, which is called DDC, is 000 for general works, including general encyclopedia, dictionary, periodicals, newspaper, etc. 100 for philosophy, 20 for religion, 300 for social science, 400 for languages, 500 for pure science, 600 for technology, 700 for the arts, 800 for literature, and 900 for geography and history. Close to the end of this class. Thank you very much. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the column of information on the platform. Thank you.